The revenue neutral law that went into effect in 2021 is helping many Kansans. More than 50% of cities, counties, school districts, and other authorities decided not to exceed revenue neutral in the first year. 3 years later, it's up to 62% holding revenue neutral. And that's not just the small entities. Initially, 38 counties held revenue neutral. Now it's up to 48 counties. Unfortunately, some elected officials are taking advantage of appraised value increases. Over the last 3 years, the average increase in some of the state's largest counties exceeded 30%, and local officials used that to impose outrageous property tax increases. Some people are literally being taxed out of their homes. Now, the Kansas Constitution requires property to be taxed at its assessed value, so limiting the increase requires a constitutional amendment. And here's an example of how it would work. A house valued today at $250,000 would be assessed at $28,750, and at 150 mils of property tax, the homeowner would pay $4,313. If the appraised value jumps 10% next year, the homeowner pays more than $4,700. But the homeowner would only pay about $4,400 if the increase in taxable assessed value could not exceed 3%. That's a savings of more than $300, and the home is still appraised at market value. Now, by the way, school funding would not be impacted by this amendment. Funding is determined by a formula that's driven by enrollment, not the amount of property tax collected. If the state collects less money from the property tax, the difference is made up from other tax sources. A constitutional amendment limiting the increase in taxable assessed value protects homeowners from runaway valuation jumps, and it prevents people from being taxed out of their homes. That's a good thing for all of us.